Hey guys, Michael Valentine here. We're going to get started with a new series that will go through this coming week, the week of Easter. And we're going to be talking about the life, death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus. This coming week is Easter week, and Sunday, the 12th, is Easter Day. And the way that we're going to do this is I have a devotional that will be going out on Monday, and it has every day all the way leading up until Sunday, Easter, and we'll just be talking about different parts of the story of Jesus' life that led to this celebration that we call Easter. And I'll be doing this through some object lessons. So I'll be showing you some items and some things that kind of tie in to the story of Jesus. So let's get started with day one. Day one, you will be receiving this Monday, April 6th, is called Bread and Coins. So the first thing that I want to share is just a simple loaf of bread. And this has a lot of semblance for us as Christians, and especially for the story leading up to Easter. You see, Jesus was celebrating a holiday with his friends, the disciples, called Passover. And it was a big deal for them. They got together and they ate, and staples at any feast in this time would have been bread and also wine. And Matthew 26:26 says this. It says, during the meal, Jesus took some bread in his hands, he blessed it, and then he broke it. And he said to his disciples, take this, eat it. This is my body, and every time you do so, remember me. Now, likewise, later in the meal, he would do the same thing with wine, and he would say that it was his blood and that it was a new covenant with him. And the thing about this that's so important is Jesus was talking about his life as if it was coming to an end. Jesus was asking his disciples that when they get together and eat bread and drink wine, they remember him. Now, this was a big deal because the disciples really didn't know what was coming next, but it seemed like Jesus did. And I say that the disciples didn't know what was coming next, but that isn't 100% true because there is one person at the table who had an inkling of what Jesus was talking about. And that brings the coins. One of the disciples of Jesus was a man named Judas Iscariot. And Judas had actually decided that he would rather have money than to keep following Jesus. And so in Matthew 26:14 through 15, it says, Judas Iscariot was one of the 12 disciples. He went to the chief priests, these were the Jewish members, and he asked, how much will you give me if I help you arrest Jesus? And it says that they paid Judas 30 silver coins. So when Jesus is at this dinner and he's talking about doing things to remember him when he's gone, I can't help but wonder if Judas wasn't a little bit nervous, thinking that maybe Jesus knew what he had done. As a matter of fact, later in the dinner, Jesus would even go on to say that one of you will betray me. This is the beginning of the story of Easter. Jesus getting ready for the end of his life. Judas, one of his trusted disciples, selling him out for money, and ultimately it leading to Jesus' arrest. I have a devotional for you guys to follow, and you can read these stories a little bit more, and there are also some discussion questions on there. We're going to be doing this each day for Monday through Saturday all the way up until Easter, and I would like for you to just write down what you think about these stories. Write down some answers to some of the questions on the guide, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.